Hey everyone, it's Andrea Caprio from Wellness Methods, and today I'm preparing for you a really nice recipe which is especially good for the Christmas time. It is pecan dates, and it's actually a recipe which you can use for dessert, but you can also really use it as a nice starter or pre-aperitif drinks or something like that. So I highly recommend that recipe for Christmas especially. It is gluten-free, it's sugar-free, and it's vegan. And it's really a good choice, I think, for everybody. It makes it a little bit festive. Let me start with it. So I'll show you a little bit what I have prepared here for you, all the ingredients, and then I will just put the things together and show you how to put it in the oven after. So first of all, I'm using olive oil for this recipe. Olive oil, by the way, never heat it up too high. It's not great for your health, but we're baking this, so olive oil would be a good choice. Of course, we have dates, and these are de-pitted dates. I'm going to cut them a bit later in half, and then I will stuff them with a mixture done of those wonderful nuts here, which I've chopped already, and together with some breadcrumbs here. And then I have either onions, or if you have shallots, cut them very small as well, and a little bit of garlic. And then as well thyme. And normally fresh leaf of sage. I didn't find any fresh, so I'm using dried sage for this recipe here today. And then as well some vegetable stock, which I've just prepared. And so I'm going to start now to put all this together. Sorry to turn my back on you. And I'm going to just fry the first part of the ingredients. So I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of olive oil here. I keep a little bit later for brushing, by the way. And then I'm going to put here the onions in and going to fry that. Just for about 2 minutes. I have, by the way, here a convector oven, and it's something we just moved here and was in this new apartment, and it's the best thing I have ever seen. I can highly recommend it. Just a little tip, it really heats up very quickly. So I've just added the garlic as well. And now I'm gonna add the pecan nuts, which I cut here already in small. It's about 100 grams. And I'm going to add some thyme, about 1 tablespoon. And the breadcrumbs. There are gluten-free breadcrumbs. You could also use, if you want, soy instead, if you have dried soy or so. Or you can use oats. This would also be a very good option. And I'm going to add here, after just 1 minute, I'm going to add the vegetable stock. By the way, this recipe is sort of salty sweet, which I love. If you want to make it as a dessert, you might perhaps want to keep out the onions and the garlic. That's a personal preference. I leave it up to you. Both is possible. Okay, almost done here. So you cook it about 2 minutes or so. And normally it should stick together, and you should be able to form later little balls for the dates. Okay, almost done. So I would love to know, what are you planning for the holiday season? You can always leave us comments here. Definitely get back together. Okay, so this is done. And now I'm just going to take the dates, so they must be deep heated, and I have 12 here. And I'm just going to cut them in half, but without cutting through. That's very important. So just cut them sort of halfway through, you see, and then you open them, and we're going to put the filling in there. Right, now we are almost done with the preparation. So what I'm doing here is I have the dates, and then I take a little bit of the stuffing and I put it in the dates. Normally it should stick together, and kind of put them together, close them a little bit. And then I put them here in either on a baking tray, or I take this little dish here and put them all in here. So I prepared already these. And I'm going to pop this in the oven. It's at 180 degrees Celsius. And I will bake it in there for about 15 to 20 minutes. Join me just now. Alrighty, I'm back, and with me I have here a delicious, very hot dish with those baked pecan and dates here together. So I will normally cool them down, and then you can serve them. If you want to make sure they hold together, you can also, by the way, use a toothpick so they hold back together. Alrighty, I'm back here, and with me I have wonderful, hot, very hot pecan dates, which came out nicely, really lovely aroma from all the herbs I have put in here. I really like them, and you can, by the way, also put, if you want, like toothpicks through, so they hold a bit better together, and also people can serve themselves easier. It's, as I said, a very good dish for either snacks or as a dessert. Personally, if you do it as a dessert, perhaps remove a little bit the salty things. But they came out really, really nicely, and I'm going to enjoy those for the holiday season. They warm up the room, and I hope you will enjoy them too. Try out my recipes in the cookbook. There are so many amazing recipes, and I'm sure you will surprise even those who don't usually like vegan or sugar, gluten-free or so. So you can share them safely with your family and your friends and really have a wonderful meal together with them. I wish you a great holiday season. Let me know how it goes and how I can support you. Happy holidays from Andrea Caprio from Wellness Methods.